Alright, what is up, my dudes? Last weekend I had a big adventure, I suppose. I went to the Record Expo again, I went to a show, and I went to the record store, so I got a bunch of stuff, so I just kind of wanted to show off some CDs I got, some vinyl I got, so yeah, I thought I would just kind of go through that real quick here. We're going to start off with the stuff I got at the show. And that would be these two CDs from a local band called Weaponizer. There's these two right here, their first self-titled, and their second one here, Lawless Age. They do not have their first album on streaming, they just have Lawless Age, so I was really happy to get this, and when I grabbed it, they were like, oh, that's the last copy of that, so cool, you know, and they played a handful of tunes off of this, so really cool to have it, really happy to have that one, and, I mean, that artwork is super cool. And then Lawless Age is in fact on streaming. Super cool, about 9 tracks. So yeah, overall solid picks there. Moving on from there, let's go with this one actually. I think it's more popular nowadays than it was for a while, and that would be Nativity in Black, the compilation album of covers. I think the first one came out in 95 and the second one came out in 2000, and I've seen the first one re-released on vinyl, all this stuff, but I have not seen the second one until the other day. Stopped by the record store and I saw it. I was like, holy shit, here it is. I haven't seen this before in a physical copy. I don't think it's on streaming. It's one of those weird things where they're like, oh, the first one's cool, but fuck the second one. But I found the second one. And it was used, so obviously the guy that had this didn't like it either. But yeah, it's just overall, I mean, I actually like the first one, so this one's cool too. I mainly wanted it because it has a cover of Hand of Doom, done by Slayer. That's like the biggest thing for me. But it has other, you know, handful of bands that have, you know, are pretty popular, like Megadeth does Never Say Die. We have System of a Down doing Snowblind, and Pantera does Electric Funeral on here. Along with some other bands like Machine Head and, you know, other bands from that era. But yeah, it's overall pretty cool. It has a pretty cool booklet in there too. Like each song has like a tarot card image. So yeah, it's pretty rad. Moving on from there, Nunslaughter has quickly become one of my favorite bands. So I picked up their record Hex at the store, used once again. This one's pretty good. It's got Smell of the Burning Churches on there. I Hate Christians. I mean, lots of classics on this one, but I'm not as familiar with it as maybe like Goat or perhaps their latest record, but I want all Nunslaughter on CD, and they have a shit ton of stuff, so that we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to show real quick here, this booklet is absolutely insane. Look at this. So it's normal, right? You open it up, you're like, okay, you know, it's got some cool stuff on there. Opening it up again, and you're like, all right. But then look at this. It folds out 4, and there's another booklet inside of it. And you're like, Jesus Christ, this is just going to be like a little book, right? Nope. Look at this shit. You open it again, and there's the band. And you open it one more time, and it's like this long-ass skull with a spine, and it has all the lyrics on it. So it is a double-layered booklet, but it takes kind of a while to find it out. Like, just the way I initially folded it, I was so confused. And even when you do fold this, like, there's still another little, like, extra page in there, and, like, even more stuff. It's insane. It's one of the most crazy booklets ever. But yeah, that's, like, one of the more creative, like, booklets I've seen for a CD, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, Nunslaughter, Hex. Alright, last CD here, Deicide's latest record, Overtures of Blasphemy. It was used $6. You know, this is one of those Deicide CDs that's always on the shelf for like $12 or whatever, but you know, I got it for half the price, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, this CD I'm not super familiar with, to be honest. I'm still kind of plowing through their earlier stuff, their first like 4 records. I'm still, you know, kind of more of a fan of that stuff, still kind of working through that stuff, but I want all Deicide on CD again, so, you know, just might as well keep going through it. And, you know, I love Deicide. That, you know, they're one of those bands where I'm not going to listen to it and be like, that doesn't sound like Deicide. Like, I know what to expect from those guys, so I'm just going to probably get, like, every CD, and I'll be cool with it. Moving on to the vinyl, this is what I got at the Record Expo, and we'll start with this one here. I believe this is an original pressing of this record here, Riot Fire Down Under. Their third studio record. I think it came out in 81. If you guys know me, you guys know I love the video game Brutal Legend. It's how I learned a lot of metal music and stuff. So they have Swords and Tequila on here, which was like a huge song for me when I was like 15 or whatever. Like I was like, oh shit, like this is cool as fuck. But I think this is an original pressing. I don't see anything on here that doesn't say it's not from 81 or like a reprint or anything. But it, you know, you can see up here it's like $30. So I inspected it, I looked at it. The cover's a little bit fucked up and whatnot, but overall I was just like, this is cool. I've never seen this before, so we'll pop it on the player at some point and hopefully it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, really happy I got this. I wish I could find more Riot stuff on CD, but that's kind of difficult to do for whatever reason. So yeah, moving on. Actually, this is the only one that I like gambled on, where I looked at it and I'm like, I have no idea what this is, but I have to pick it up. But I talked to the guy that sold it, and he has a lot of like international stuff, especially like Japanese stuff. So I was like, fuck it, you know, I gotta pick it up. I've heard of the band Abigail, and this is a split they did with a band called Syphilitic Vaginas. And I was like, you know, that cover is insane. The band names are insane. Like, I gotta check it out. And I love splits, especially because this was like $22. I'm like, fuck it, you know, that's like 9 songs. One side, one band, one side, the other. Both Japanese metal that I definitely need to listen to more of. So, yeah, that's what we got here. I just thought this was absolutely insane. I'm like, this album cover is just fucking wacky as fuck. I'm trying to stop the glare. But yeah, there we go. It's got like an Oni demon and lots of dragons and beheaded people and women and various violent situations. So yeah, I was like, that looks cool as fuck. So that's what I got from the Record Expo. That's pretty much all I got. I just kind of wanted to show that stuff off, see you know, kind of show off places to get, you know, pretty good physical media. So yeah, there you go. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay heavy, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.